following broadcast is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Can you check to make sure we don't have our delay? Hello and good evening and welcome here to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse as the Perham Yellowjackets get ready to take on the Menahga Braves here in the Section 8 to a semifinals tonight, live from Detroit Lakes. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock. And Lance, we got a fun one on our hands here tonight to follow up the first one, which featured Fergus Falls picking up a victory over Crookston.
Absolutely, Jason, and it's a great atmosphere. Tournament time just turns up everything to the next notch. I think even the popcorn was better tonight. It's just so much fun as the bands are battling a little bit, and the teams are getting ready to go. And you got to watch them come out at the halftime of the other game, and you could see a little nerves in the shots. And sometimes it's interesting to see how teams handle that. What do you do with the butterflies? Does it propel you to be better than you've ever been, or does it take you a while to get into your groove? And I think that's one of the questions I'm waiting to find out of which team handles this big game situation.
The Yellowjackets got here with a victory in the opening round. They knocked off DGF 64-41, then followed it up with a thrilling 71-65 victory over Roseau, while the Menahga Braves opened with a 54-27 victory over Frazee and then knocked off Pelican Rapids 59-47. Two things you'll notice right there with the Menahga Braves, they're one of the top defensive teams. If not, stat-wise, they are the top defensive team in Section 8-2A.
Yeah, absolutely, Jason, and they are good defensively. And it's going to be interesting because I think the Yellowjackets have been pretty good on offense. So it's kind of a clash of two different teams here. One of the things that you'll be looking for tonight is the Menahga Braves like to mix up defense. You're going to see a traditional man-to-man. But the one thing that caught my eye, Jason, is when they went to a 1-2-2 zone or a 1-2-1-1 zone, depending on where they're at in the game and situation, they're pretty lights out in that zone. Part of the reason why is they put a 6-foot center in the front of the 1-2-2 press, and that's the trapper. And she's athletic, and she's good. She's going to Crookston to play, from what I've heard. And that could cause some real problems if you're the Yellowjackets. You don't want to get caught in the corner tonight.
You mentioned Janie Torman in there, the forward up front for Menahga, but you got a guard, and Marin Pinonimi, who is lights out with the basketball as well.
Absolutely. It reminds me a lot of Sydney Anderson from the Perham Yellowjackets, that type of shooter. When she gets her feet set and she gets a good look at the basket, it's going in more times than it's not. And so they've got that dynamic inside-out combination, a lot like the Yellowjackets do. And there's so many things to this game tonight, Jason. You look at Menahga, and they played more of a 1A schedule. That's no knock on 1A. There's times that 1A is maybe better than 2A. But that being said, how do they handle now coming in? And they've handled it well so far. Now coming into the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, a little bit bigger atmosphere again might come to play if you're a Menahga Braves fan.
The Braves are hoping to go 3-0 against the Heart of the Lakes Conference in their run in the playoffs. Yellowjackets are hoping to get their first win against the Park Region team as they will square off here in just a few minutes. It's the Yellowjackets and the Braves coming up here shortly on the KLN Family Brand pregame show and the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuppy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and we are down with Erica Saylor at Lakes Ace Hardware, downtown Perham. That transition to being a small business owner, how did United Community Bank help with you guys acquiring Lakes Ace Hardware?
They were through the whole process when we starting to do the purchase. They were super helpful, helped us out with everything, and just really easy to work with.
And welcome back here to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock as we're moments away from the start of our Section 8-2A second semifinal here at the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse in Detroit Lakes, the neutral site for the semifinals. A switch this year, and after last year, the COVID year, and they switched this year now to this neutral site here at Detroit Lakes, and definitely a great facility here in Detroit Lakes.
It sure is, Jason, and it's a great place. The fans are tight in here. The bands are close to the floor. It really makes for a great atmosphere, and I think we saw that in the first game. Man, it was lights out from the beginning. Both teams shot the ball really well and went back and forth, and as you said, Fergus prevailed, and now they will watch to see who they're going to take on. And again, we talked about some keys to the game, Jason, and as we're looking at that, the Yellow Jackets, I think, have to really handle that pressure well. And if they do that, I think they're going to get their shots. It's kind of a catch-all a little bit, because I think what Menahga's trying to do is pressure you so much that they get easy baskets. If you break it, it kind of runs to your favor that you're going to get those easy shots or at least good looks at the basket. So number one, they got to take care of the basketball.
Indeed, I agree with you completely. And you mentioned that now you break that pressure. That's going to open things up overall offensively for the Yellow Jackets. Defensively, they got to find a way, I think, to slow down Marin Pianonimi.
Exactly, and I think it's that double presence of Pianonimi and Tormanen on the inside. And I think that's what I'm interested to see is what are the matchups? Who's going against who? Obviously, the number one matchup I'm looking at is Willow Thiel, the sophomore for the Yellow Jackets, against Janie Tormanen. And that could be a battle that gets talked about for a long time coming forth here, because I think it's two really, really good players. Which one's going to get the leg up? And it might come to foul trouble.
And another matchup I think we keep an eye on, I mentioned Pianonimi. It's going to be, I think, Olivia Rosenthal against her. Rosenthal's kind of been that defensive specialist stopper for the Yellow Jackets so far this year, and that will be a big matchup tonight. Right,
and it's not that Olivia can't score. She can. She showed it the other night, but her energy, it needs to be put at that defensive level, and I think our offense will run through that type of defense, and if she can get and face guard and make it really tough for Pianonimi to score, it's going to be to the favor of the Yellow Jackets for sure. It's going to be such a, use your word, Jason, a unique battle tonight, and it's just because it's an unfamiliar foe. A lot of times you end up with a Holly, you end up with somebody, a Frazee, you end up with teams that you know so well. This is a team we don't know so well, and that always makes it an interesting play, especially at tournament time.
Last time these two teams played each other was 3 years ago, and it was a very one-sided affair in Menahga as they're opening up their new gym, and they really jumped out at the Yellow Jackets in that one. The Yellow Jackets tonight hoping they can come out with that fast start and have a big game tonight here in the Section 8-2A semifinals. Winner of this game will get Fergus Falls. The Otters advance with a nice victory. They defeated Crookston 65-50, and it was just a strong performance from Colbeck and Rats and the Otters.
Man, and they looked good. And you look at the end of the day, and you and I both visited that Colbeck was a little cold shooting in the first half and maybe even to start the second half. All at once you look, she's in the 20-point range again, and that's just the kind of special player she is. And you saw when things got a little bit of turmoil for Fergus Falls, she went and got the ball and said, this trip to the state tournament, if it's ours, is going through me. And that's the type of player you want at playoff time. So great game to get us started. I'm only expecting it to get better as we watch the Yellow Jackets and the Braves take each other on this evening.
We'll take a quick break, come back with our Lakes Ace Hardware starting lineups here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
And Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
Right here in downtown Perham.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
Hammers Construction is now hiring for a project manager, superintendent, and construction laborers. Since 1956, Hammers Construction has served the region in construction for the commercial, industrial, and agricultural industries, while sticking to the core values of honesty, quality, and integrity. If that's you, then visit our website, hci-mn.com. View photos of recent projects, then click on the Careers tab to start the 2-minute application. Hammers Construction is an equal opportunity employer.
And this one popped up. Can Oliver Luck send them to Shelby? The Post 400 Stars will continue their season in North Carolina.
The Post 400 Stars return for season number 3 on Magnitude Sports. Saturday, March 12th starts a 14-game series live from Vero Beach, Florida. Also, catch the Stars live on Magnitude from the Veterans Classic Tourney, the Gopher Classic, the Creighton Pret Tournament from Omaha, Nebraska, all the home games, and every game from the state tournament at Young Field in West Fargo will be live on Magnitude. If it's Post 400 baseball, it's on Magnitude Sports.
And welcome back here to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse at Detroit Lakes. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Roth. As we're moments away from our Section 8 2A presentation here from Detroit Lakes. Our starting lineups brought to you by Lakes Ace Hardware of Perham. First for the Braves of Menahga. Starting at a guard, number 2, Marin Pinonimi. Starting at a guard, a senior, Leela Peterson. And starting at a guard, Amanda Lake. She's a senior. Starting at forward, a 6-foot senior, Janie Tormanen. And starting also at a guard / forward is a senior, Ellie Pfeiffer. And that Ellie Pfeiffer, the Braves are coached by Cody Puliu and assisted by Rylan Aho. They come in with a record of 25-2, and they were perfect in the Park Region Conference with a 14-0 mark on the year. The Yellow Jackets are going to start like this. It'll be Olivia Rosenthal, a 5'3" junior guard, Greta Hillock, a 5'8" senior guard, a forward 5'9" junior forward, Olivia Pilgrim, a sophomore forward at 5'11", Willow Thiel, and a 5'8" senior guard, Sydney Anderson. TJ Super, the head coach, the Section 8 2A Coach of the Year. He's assisted by Michelle Borman and Robbie Cox.
Yeah, and it just keeps, the closer it gets to game time, you can almost kind of feel the nerves and the nervous energy, and it's a great thing as you watch both teams and you watch the Yellow Jackets kind of get ready to roll here and the Menahga Braves coming out of the tunnel. And it only gets better. I can remember back to the days of the starting lineups and all of those things and how how important it is and how fun it is. And this Lake Shirts Fieldhouse just kind of adds to that with the pictures on the scoreboard and all the things that go along with it. So great game ready to be happening here, Jason, and I hope both teams play to their best potential, because if they do, this is going to be a fun one.
One of the unique storylines we'll definitely have to keep our eye on for the Yellow Jacket side of things is going to be the depth. You look at it now, Caitlin Bartson, you see her warming up. She's in street clothes. She had that tough fall against Roseau, not cleared to play tonight. So that's a storyline for the Yellow Jackets to keep an eye on.
Exactly, and I think if you look at both sides of it from what I've witnessed and watched, the Menahga Braves don't go too far into their bench as well. They're 1-2 players off. So, there's some things you can do to combat that. Using your timeouts wisely, picking and choosing your time, saving them when you need them, but using one or two to just kind of give your team a breather. All of those things in that for coaches are things that I'm sure they went through in their pregame, knowing exactly, hey, if we hit this mark and we look a little sluggish, we're going to take a timeout, give them a breather. And I think all of those things make such interesting underlying storylines that we don't think about. We're thinking about who makes the basket, who gets the rebound, what turnovers were happening, who's in foul trouble. But all of those other things come into play, especially the bigger these games get.
And another one that's going to come into play, might come into play. You can see it on our screen to our left. Maya Moore is suited up tonight. She has not played all year long. Don't know what the role might be, but nice to see her had a chance to suit up.
Right, and it's just fun to see kids be able to come back. I witnessed that with my own son, how fun it is for them to be a part of something like this, because let's face it, Jason, nothing's given. I mean, to get back to these semifinals isn't a given for any team, no matter how good you think you are. That upset each year always happens, so I don't think you take any of these things for granted. I know talking to Coach Super, he certainly isn't, and how much fun he's having with this and this group of girls. So it's just good to see kids out here playing.
We'll take one quick timeout, come back, and we'll have the start of tonight's Section 8-2A semifinal from the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
And welcome back here to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. We're moments away from the start of game number 2. The winner of this game will take on Fergus Falls, as Fergus Falls has stamped their name into the Section 8 2A championship for the third straight year. They're looking to get over the hump after losing back-to-back section finals against Pelican Rapids.
And they really weathered the storm tonight. Crookston, hats off to them. They played a great game, but Fergus Falls just kind of never let it get out of reach. And then they took over in the second half, and Crookston made another run, and Fergus Falls just went back to those girls that you talked about early, Jason, and they just kind of took that game over, and it was a nice team win for the Otters.
In the starting lineups tonight for the Yellow Jackets, it's Olivia Rosenthal, Greta Hillica, Olivia Pilgrim, Willow Thiel, and Sydney Anderson. For the Braves, Marin Pinonimi, Leela Peterson, Amanda Link, Jeannie Tormanen, and Ali Pfeiffer for the Braves of Menahga.
Yeah, and they're a really nice team. And just watching them, they defend well. Again, they're a little bit like the Yellow Jackets. That one kind of question mark is rebounding. And when talking about the Yellow Jackets today, when they're rebounding, when they out-rebound the other team, I think they're undefeated, if not close to undefeated. So again, the battle of the boards is one of those things. It has to be a team effort, and it's going to have to be a team effort tonight because the Braves are going to come at them, and you're going to see some really good players for the Menahga Braves. Number 3, Leela Peterson, is a really nice point guard. She handles the ball well. She can shoot it. She's a good driver. And so obviously with a record like 25-2, you've got some players on your team, and the Braves sure do.
We would like to thank also here tonight Mike Mason, who's running the camera and giving us all these outstanding shots that we have. And a look inside the Yellow Jacket huddle as they're moments away from this semifinal and trying to become the final 2, as now the Braves get introduced to the crowd here, and they got a good contingent of fans, as do the Yellow Jackets. Yellow Jacket faithful across from us, and they're fired up and ready to go for this one.
Right, and I think one of the things is you watch the girls kind of take a peek on the one end of the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. There's a huge screen, and their picture comes up on it, and they kind of take a peek up there. You can't help but look. It's one of those kind of almost state tournament type feel atmosphere as they're going. So Menahga Braves coming out here. The Yellow Jackets kind of doing their last little get together here, and I'm ready to get this thing rolling. It can't start fast enough for me, Jason.
Another thing we didn't really touch on, the shooting background is going to be a little bit different for both teams. More so for Menahga than the Yellow Jackets. Lake Shirts Fieldhouse is kind of a clone of the Hive, and the Yellow Jackets are used to shooting with stands and fans behind the backboard.
I remember the first time I went to play somewhere that didn't have walls at the end, and it's different. It's like shooting into space, and it might take them just a little bit of time to get to that, and hopefully, you don't want that to be a difference in the game, but it's a neutral site for both, and we're ready to roll, I think, Jason.
Janie Tormanen and Willow Thiel will do the honors of the opening tap. Officials tonight, Brian Guler, Logan Rydell, and Eric Guler, the officiating crews. We're getting ready to go. The opening tap won by the Yellow Jackets. Rosenthal gets it. She'll go to Hillica near side. Hillica, cross court for Pilgrim. She fires the 3. In and out, no good. Rebound near side. It's battled to the floor. Thiel gets it. Comes over to Hillica. She will fire. That's off the mark. And the Yellow Jackets 0 for 2 from deep, and a rebound there for Tormanen.
But on the bright side, 2 really good looks. Open threes, kind of shot within. The Braves lost Pilgrim in the first set here, so let's see what the defense does.
Inside, Tormanen looks down low, passes there. Pfeiffer tied up, kick out. 3 on its way by Lake. Misses everything out of bounds. And the Yellow Jacket fans in front will let her know that it was an air ball.
And I kind of think you see the nerves happening for both teams. We talk about that adrenaline. One thing going out of bounds here sets up that pressure defense, and it's good.
Pilgrim with it. Now to Hillica. As they look things over, the Braves will step back now. Now Rosenthal, look it in field. They cut her off nicely there. Comes to Anderson up top. Anderson now to Rosenthal. Inside Thiel. The help comes. Thiel gets around the defender, up and off the board. And in for 2 for the game's first points.
And if you're Coach Super and his staff, that has to be a recipe for success for you, definitely, to get Willow started right away and get her confidence going. Now you can go inside out when you need to.
Inside it goes with the basketball, Tormanen. Tormanen through the lane, nice bounce pass, back door up and in for Pfeiffer for 2. Excuse me, that's Pfeiffer gets the 2, and we're tied at 2. There's that pressure. Hillica gets the pass down to Rosenthal. Rosenthal here to Hillica. She's got the look for 3. Off the mark to the right. Long rebound. Grabbed by Pinonimi, and here come the Braves. Pinonimi in the lane. Floater. No good. Rebound to the floor. A 3 on its way from Peterson. That's good.
Boy, nice looking shot by Peterson, and a good. And again, it was in offense. They were working hard. And here's that trap coming.
Rosenthal breaks it. Now to Hillica. Near side it goes to Pilgrim. Pilgrim goes right. Now comes back left. Now over to Hillica. To Rosenthal on the far side. Pass batted out of bounds there by Tormanen, and her height playing a factor there.
She's tall and she's got long arms, and what a great combination for a basketball player, Jason. And she's what makes it tough to get to the basket, and that's why I was so glad to see Willow score on that first one.
Anderson gets the inbounds inside. Thiel off her hand. Now to the floor. She has it. Kicks it out to Anderson. To Pilgrim. Now Hillica with the head fake. Comes back up. Anderson. Her look for 3. Off the mark. No good. And the rebound is grabbed by Torminen. Back comes Layla Peterson with it there for Amanda Lake. Baseline to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer into the lane. Throws up a shot. It's good. Ellie Pfeiffer with 4. And it's an early 7-2 lead for the Braves.
And it's kind of what we've seen out of the Braves, some of the defense starting the offense. And the Yellow Jackets just have to weather the storm here, get a good look at the basket, run your offense, and you'll be just fine.
Hillica getting pressured on the far side, looking for help, gets it to Pilgrim. Pilgrim drives baseline. The floater is no good, but she's fouled, and Pilgrim will go to the line to shoot 2.
And that was kind of one of those that was iffy there for a second, but I think inside the cylinder, if I saw that right, Jason.
Amanda Lake called for her first foul, puts Olivia Pilgrim to the EOT Insurance free throw line, and allows head coach CJ Super near side to talk things over with his guards. As Pilgrim's free throw in and out, no good, doesn't get it to roll. Early start here tonight at the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. We thank you for tuning in. As a second free throw by Pilgrim's off the mark to the right, and those nerves playing a role just a little bit early on, I think, Lance.
Yeah, just a little bit short on your shot. A lot of times it's just a little short or a little long when that energy is flowing.
Pinonimi, the 3 off the front iron, no good. Long rebound, Anderson. Anderson coming back the other way. Now to Rosenthal. Back up to Hillica. She'll go over to Rosenthal. Rosenthal will drive the baseline. Now kick out near side. The 3 for Anderson. In and out, no good. Rebound, Rosenthal. Now to Anderson, tough pass there. Grabbed by Pfeiffer. And back the other way is Pinonimi. Now comes back up top to Lake. They swing it over there to Peterson. The kick out now with it. Pfeiffer in the lane. Stops, kicks out. Pinonimi launches. The look, no good. Pilgrim, the rebound is batted out of bounds. Excuse me, that was Peterson, the 3. Pinonimi on the rebound that batted it out.
Call a foul on Pionimi on that one. Her first, I believe, Jason.
Can't really hear the PA announcer from this spot where we're at. Says Pilgrim will bring it up court. Now to Thiel. It's batted away. Up ahead with it, Pfeiffer. Kick out. A 3-pointer from Lake. It's good. Amanda Lake hits the 3, and the Braves are up 8 early. Rosenthal to Hillica. To near side Anderson. Inside it goes Thiel. Thiel. The floater in the lane off the mark. Rebound grab by Torminen. Now with it near side, Pinonimi. Going against Rosenthal. Drives baseline. Bounce pass up top for Peterson. Now it goes to Pfeiffer. Now over here to Lake. A 3 on its way. The open look, no good. Misses everything. Does Torminen. Now Anderson back the other way. Now comes back to Hillica. Hillica with it. To the right side to Anderson. Anderson looking things over to Pilgrim. Now comes to Greta Hillica. Hillica. To Pilgrim. Pilgrim drives, gets cut off. Now tries to find the outlet there, and that is Anderson. Now comes near side for Rosenthal. Now with it, Hillica to Anderson. I won't be surprised to see if the Yellow Jackets use a timeout here as that pass gets forced inside and it's stolen away. Peterson stops, looks for help. Kick out. An open 3 for Pinonimi is good, and there is the timeout coming from the Yellow Jackets. We'll take a break. Yellow Jackets trail on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Well, welcome back here to the Hive. A quick start for the Braves as they lead 13-2 on a timeout there by the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, and probably a start that you couldn't do any better if you draw it up exactly how you'd want it to go if you're the Braves. Yellow Jackets just have to weather the storm and get a shot here and we'll get going.
Pilgrim with it, looking inside Thiel. Thiel backs down the defender. The shot up is good for 2 for Willow Thiel. She's got all 4 for the Yellow Jackets.
And a little surprised with the matchup down there, Jason.
And a 3, no good there on the shot by Peterson, but a rebound to Torminen. She goes up strong, shot is no good, but she's fouled. The foul is going to be on Thiel. That'll be her first. That'll put Torminen in the line. Torminen taking her time at the EOT Insurance free throw line and gets that one to go. The ideal start for the Braves as they race out to a 14-4 lead. Second free throw forthcoming. And that free throw is off the mark. Long rebound here, tapped out of bounds. They say last touched on the near side by Pinonimi.
And again, it seems like whether they make or miss, they get to set up their pressure defense. And the Yellow Jackets have been have had some success against this, not getting the easy shots I thought they would. The Braves get back on it too very, very well, even better than I thought they would.
And there's going to be an offensive foul on Rosenthal. She got late on the screen and ended up undercutting Amanda Lake. And Rosenthal gets called for the offensive foul. And Peterson will bring it up court for the Braves. She spins, gets it near side for Pinonimi. She'll drive, draws contact, shot no good. No one boxing out on the far side. Now Thiel gets the rebound after Pfeiffer's miss.
And I almost think Pinonimi thought that there was going to be more contact than that and kind of adjusted.
Thiel to the hoop, strong, and she gets it to go. And she'll go to the line for a three-point play. Willow Thiel has all 6 for the Jackets, and she draws a big foul there. The foul is going to be on Janie Torminen, her first.
And again, we talked about foul trouble maybe being an issue.
And Thiel gets it to go. That's now 14-7. You just kind of have a feeling that the Yellow Jackets get one of those outside shots to drop, it might change the momentum here in this game.
Right, and I think they're doing a lot of things well. They're breaking the press. They had how many go in and out, Jason? And I think if a couple of those go in, obviously this is a one-point game, but here we go.
Yellow Jackets change up their defensive look right now a little bit. As with it, Pfeiffer into the lane. Comes back up top for Pinonimi. She'll dish it over to Torminen. Torminen against Thiel in the lane, works her way up for a shot off the glass for 2.
And you're going to see that out of her. She likes that up and under and then back to the opposite way again, which everybody kind of goes for that up and under move.
Pass to the far side, tapped out of bounds by Torminen. Yellow Jackets will have a sideline inbound. Hillica to inbound in front of the Yellow Jacket faithful. Now Anderson with it over to Rosenthal. Rosenthal drives, bounces it off the foot of Torminen out of bounds.
And a switch up on defense for the Braves. So it's kind of one team. It's that chess match going back and forth right now, Jason. And pretty interesting, and see how the Yellow Jackets, if they stay in that 2-3 zone, or what they do here against the Braves.
Inbounds pass thrown away. Now a battle in the backcourt. And there's Peterson. Left hand, no good. Thiel the rebound. Quickly up ahead to Hillica. Hillica will slow it down. Thought wisely. She had Anderson cutting, but the lane was kind of blocked. And now that entry pass is stolen by Pfeiffer. Back the other way, Pinonimi. She'll settle it down. Get it to Peterson. Comes right side, a 3 on its way. Good. Hitting that 3 is Amanda Lake. She had an air ball and since then has hit 2 threes.
Yeah, and a nice looking shot she has too. So they got multiple scores from the outside, which makes it tough to defend.
Now Hillica. Over to Pilgrim. Inside Thiel. Reading that one well was Pfeiffer, and it goes out of bounds, and she taps it away. Kind of doing a good job of reading and closing that lane quickly is Pfeiffer.
Well, and I think you're seeing a little bit, the nerves should be starting to go away now here, Jason, a little bit. But the Yellow Jackets have to take better angles on their passing. Get it to the angle where you can get it to Willow and get her in a good position. We're trying to make too hard of passes right now. Take the easy one, take the open one.
Hillica to Anderson. Now over to Olivia Pilgrim, looking inside Thiel. Thiel off the glass, gets it to go.
And that was a better look. It was a tough pass, but it was a good pass. It was at the right angle, just over the reach, and Willow's having a night.
She's got all 9 for the Yellow Jackets. Now looking to drive, Pfeiffer gets cut off, kicks back out, a 3 on its way, and Pinonini hits it.
And if they keep shooting at this pace, it could be a long night for the Yellow Jackets. Jason, they're just on fire.
Anderson almost carried and gets it back though. Now to Hillica. Now Pilgrim with it. Looking inside, that's Rosenthal. Quick out to Hillica. She fires the 3, too strong. Thiel, the offensive board. Thiel trying to get space, kick out Anderson. Now comes the Pilgrim, she will fire the 3. That's too strong. Yellow Jackets haven't been able to hit from deep, and a timeout called by the Braves. Menahga up 22-9, 8:18 to go in the first half.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood. With expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock. With people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back here to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse in Detroit Lakes. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock, and on our United Community Bank scoreboard, when that pops back on the screen, it'll show Menahga 22, Perham 9 here in the first half. Yellow Jackets story right now, they haven't been able to get anything to hit from deep.
Right, and they're going to have to just to keep pace with Menahga, who is just on fire right now, and it's not surprising. I think they've shot this way for a while, Jason, and through many games, but I think the Yellow Jackets just have to settle in now, play their basketball, and we'll be just fine.
Hendrickson with it. She just checked in. No near side. A 3-pointer on its way and no good. As we're going to get some free basketball tonight here at the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. As the clock has not ran for about this whole possession. With the basketball, Peterson. She gets it back. This still has not started the clock. As they go inside, Tormanen good for 2. Yellow Jackets with the basketball.
I'm a little bit nervous with this cross-court passing that the Yellow Jackets are doing. I think they got to shrink the size of the gym for themselves a little bit right now and make better, sure passes.
Now Anderson with it. Kennedy Pilgrim driving. Kicks it over to Hillica. Rosenthal. Will drive and a turnover, getting the basketball. Left-hand layup good there by Tormanen. Actually, the side panel clocks are running. The scoreboard up top is froze as it's 26-9 in favor of Menahga. Now Hillica with it. To Rosenthal. To Anderson. Anderson launches the 3. That's off the mark. Rebound grab by the Braves. They come back, a 3 from Pinonimi. That's too strong. Rebound inside grab. A kick out and the 3 on its way. That's good. And hitting that one is Lila Peterson. And just like that, it's 29-9. Kennedy Pilgrim with it. Now to Hillica near side. Saved as the official was in play. He's a part of the play, so he's a part of the game. It's saved there. Rosenthal draws the foul on Marin Pinonimi.
And I'll try to catch the clock back up here. We're at about 6:10. I didn't start it because I didn't see this one going. So we have a little bit of a unique situation where the two side clocks are working, which nobody really can see, and the two main clocks are stuck. So we'll be doing our best to try to bring you along with the action. I'll try to get mine set right here, and we'll be ready to go.
Pilgrim to inbound. Now Riley Mickelson with it to Hillica. Hillica with the head fake, comes back to Mickelson. Now as the Yellow Jackets make their change, so does Menahga. So does Menahga on the defense. Anderson drives baseline, goes up strong, contact, gets her own board. Now to Hillica, back to Anderson. Over to Pilgrim, Kennedy Pilgrim with it. Now to Mickelson. Over to Hillica. To Riley Mickelson.
Menahga covers a lot of ground in this zone, Jason. I keep waiting, thinking if we reverse the ball fast enough, we're going to get an open look at the three, and there's a good pass there by Hillica.
And Anderson gets that three, and a big one for the Yellow Jackets. Makes it 29-12. Now bringing it up court, Peterson. Inside, kick out near side Lake. Now baseline they go. Looking to drive with that is Erica Torminen off the glass. Good for two for Erica Torminen. Mickelson with it to Anderson. As it's 31-12 in favor of the Braves. Pilgrim loses control, now gets it to Mickelson. Mickelson takes a look back. Get instructions from head coach TJ Super. Now Thiel on the outside. Up top for Hillica. They close quickly. Now Anderson's got the open look. The three misses everything. Rebound punched out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. Olivia Pilgrim back in for the Yellow Jackets. As right now it's 4:42 to go in the first half. It's all Menahga. They lead this one 31-12. With it, Peterson. Now with the pass there for length. They swing it over left side to Janelle Hendrickson. Hendrickson to the right side. With it is Peterson. Inside it goes. Torminen backs down, kick out. Thought about the three, but instead will drive is Hendrickson. Comes back out to Peterson. Dangerous at the half-court line was Peterson, but she drives, throws up an off-balance shot, no good. Rebound to Menahga. Kick out and a three. Too strong. Rebound again to the Braves. Braves all over the glass. That was one of the keys, but a travel there. And a turnover gives it to the Yellow Jackets. Lance, you touched on that in our pregame show, that rebounding would be huge. And the Braves have been all over the glass, especially on the offensive side of the floor.
And they have, and it's not so much that they grasp the rebound, they're just keeping the ball alive. They're tipping it, they're getting it back, and just really impressed with what they're doing right now, and you kind of think you might get a break. Here comes the press again.
Now Mickelson brings it up court. Inside Thiel. Thiel to the glass, strong, good for two. And it's like tonight the Braves said, we'll get a big enough lead, let you have Thiel inside, but we're not going to let you get those open looks outside.
Right, and we all know how fast you can catch up when the three is going. That's how this lead expanded by the Braves of hitting threes.
And here's another three, and it's good. Amanda Lakes got 9, all from deep. It's a 20-point Menahga lead. Mickelson across the timeline. Into trouble. Now they're trapping on her. Gets it to Anderson. To Pilgrim. Pilgrim into Kennedy Pilgrim. She looks at the hoop. Now looks. Kicks it out Anderson. Long jumper from the baseline for her. It's good for Sydney Anderson. She's got 5.
And I think now if you're the Yellow Jackets, you take this in steps. Let's win this 3 minutes before half. Then let's win the 3 minutes after half. And that's the only way you're going to break the lead down. It's 18, but 18 can go fast when you got the three-point shooters that the Yellow Jackets have. So start breaking this game down into smaller chunks and try to win each one of those.
This is a Jacket squad that a couple of years ago was down 30-some and came back in the second half. But Pfeiffer says, I'm going to disagree with you, and we're going to make a drive and put it up for 2.
Exactly, and again, it's going to start on the defensive end for the Yellow Jackets. They got to start limiting this. I hate to think of the pace that the Braves are on right now.
Anderson, cross court, Pilgrim. Pilgrim back up top to the near side for Anderson, over to Mickelson. Mickelson inside, Thiel off the glass, good, and a foul. And Thiel will have a chance at a three-point play.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the things we don't talk about is scoring when the clock stops. That also aids to a nice chance to get a old-fashioned three-point play here. And I think you just got to build on that emotion of that was an awesome play. And I think you just got to keep giving the ball to Willow. She's really playing well right now.
Free throw's good for Thiel. She's got 14 of the 19 as we approach the 2-minute mark. Cross court it goes with it, Lake. They swing around. Peterson back to Lake. Lake the three. And she called the bank and got the kiss off the glass. Everything Menahga's way right now.
And all I can do is kind of shake my head there because I'm sure that's not how she was trying to make it, and yet it goes in.
Tough pass inside, tipped away. I'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. As we approach the 2-minute mark on the United Community Bank scoreboard, under the 2-minute mark, it's 39-19. Silka's back in. Inbounds pass into traffic. And it comes near side. Menahga with it. Now with the basketball, Hendrickson. Poked away, battle on the floor. Mickelson with a nice move there to get the basketball and gets it to Pilgrim. Mickelson, now to Hillica, to Anderson. Anderson for three, that's short off the iron near side. Thiel fights for the board, the putback, no good, but she'll go to the line to shoot two. Thiel to the EOT insurance line. It's a nice back body drop by Mickelson here on the defensive side to get that steal.
And that's just the case of wanting the ball more, I think. And nice job by Mickelson to gain a possession for the Yellow Jackets.
Thiel gets the free throw. She is 3 of 3 at the EOT insurance free throw line. Second free throw, that one's short. And back the other way come the Braves. Tormanen now gets it to the near side for Hendrickson. Hendrickson back up top for Pfeiffer. Lake with it, drives, the floater, the runner, not this time, high off the glass, and Thiel's there for the board. Pilgrim with it. Pilgrim, up top, Thiel. Thiel finds the cutter, Hillica, the layup too strong. Pfeiffer there for the board for the Braves. Peterson to the near side, Blake. Cross court it goes, Pfeiffer. She'll hold on to the basketball. That'll draw Hillica out as the clock approaches 20 seconds. Menahga will take the last shot. As Mickelson comes out to guard Peterson. And the shot clock from the fans worked for a second, but a turnaround jumper no good. As Tormanen almost spun and threw it up at the hoop and almost got it to drop, but it doesn't go. That might have been the toughest 20 seconds for the Braves as they've controlled this first half. They'll take a 39-20 lead into the break on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hammers Construction is now hiring for a project manager, superintendent, and construction laborers. Since 1956, Hammers Construction has served the region in construction for the commercial, industrial, and agricultural industries, while sticking to the core values of honesty, quality, and integrity. If that's you, then visit our website, hci-mn.com. View photos of recent projects, then click on the Careers tab to start the 2-minute application. Hammers Construction is an equal opportunity employer.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and now we are in Long Weekend Sportswear talking with Tammy Seifert. Tammy, how are you?
Good, thanks.
What's the best part about working with United Community Bank?
They're local. They have been our best buddies since we purchased the business. They bent over backwards to educate us and let us know the best way to purchase this business. This was our first, endeavor of doing something so big. They've just always been there for us. Always been there for us. I love just picking up the phone and calling. We just wouldn't be working with anybody else other than UCB.
One popped up. Can Oliver Luck send them to Shelby? The Post 400 Stars will continue their season in North Carolina.
The Post 400 Stars return for season number 3 on Magnitude Sports. Saturday, March 12th starts a 14-game series live from Vero Beach, Florida. Also, catch the Stars live on Magnitude from the Veterans Classic Tourney, the Gopher Classic, the Creighton Pret Tournament from Omaha, Nebraska, all the home games, and every game from the state tournament at Young Field in West Fargo will be live on Magnitude. If it's Post 400 baseball, it's on Magnitude Sports.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuppy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Welcome back here to Lake Shirts Fieldhouse at halftime. It's Menahga 39, Perham 20. And you look at that first half, the Braves were outstanding from outside, hitting 8 3-pointers, and that really played a big role in this contest.
Yeah, Jason, it certainly did, and they're better than advertised. I watched them play, and they played very, very well in the games that I watched them, but they're even better and live in person. And now, saying that, the Jackets aren't out of this game. I mean, 19 seems like a lot, and it is, but if the Yellow Jackets can start to shoot, I don't hardly remember them making a three other than the one Sydney had in the corner over here. That's not the Yellow Jacket basketball. I think they got into the start of the game. The Braves were hitting tremendous. They shot just super this first half. And what I think happened was the Yellow Jackets started to play faster than they wanted to. And when you play faster than you want to, some of those shots go in and out. And I remember at least 5 shots that rimmed in and out, which you put 3 or 4 of those on the board. All of a sudden, it's a 39-32 game, and you're going into halftime going, we're right in this thing. So I don't think you can come out and panic. I don't think you got to change so much of what you're doing. I think what you have to do is just do what you're doing just a little bit better and be a little bit more confident on the floor.
Well, the thing is, we've talked all week going in about this Menahga pressure facing this 1-2-2 that they like to offer, and it's kind of unique. They've been falling back quite a bit. They show the look and then fall back, and what they're doing, I see what they're doing, what it looks like to me, is we're not going to let you take that three. We'll give you Willow inside, come help when we need, but we're going to not let you get an open look from outside.
Right, and it's almost reverse of what we've seen all year with defenses against the Yellow Jackets. We've always seen that double team against Willow, and then we let you shoot the three. They're going at this in a backwards kind of way, and it's working very well for them. They're saying, hey, throw it into Willow, take 2, we're going to score 3, and at the end of the night, we're going to be victorious. There's so much doing that they're not even guarding Willow with Tormanen. Tormanen's out on top taking one of the 3-point shooters, which is something that's new to them, shooting over somebody who's 6 foot. So hats off to the Braves coaching staff as they kind of did a reverse philosophy, flipped the script, so to speak, on the Yellow Jackets. And I think the Yellow Jackets, there's some things they can do out of that. I would like to see a little bit of back pick off of Torman, and then if she's coming out to get your 3-point shooters, get them cutting to the basket, make Willow that passer, but ultimately be strong on the outside, get Willow the ball. She's having a great game, and work her until they have to change and stop her.
We'll take a quick timeout, come back with more from the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse and the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Hammers Construction is now hiring for a project manager, superintendent, and construction laborers. Since 1956, Hammers Construction has served the region in construction for the commercial, industrial, and agricultural industries, while sticking to the core values of honesty, quality, and integrity. If that's you, then visit our website, hci-mn.com. View photos of recent projects, then click on the Careers tab to start the 2-minute application. Hammers Construction is an equal opportunity employer.
Well, welcome back here to Lake Shirts Fieldhouse in Detroit Lakes. It's all Menahga at halftime. They lead 39-20 as we're moments away from the start of our second half here tonight. Should be an interesting second half. The Yellowjackets, they've been a strong squad in the second half. They have the ability to make a comeback. I think it's going to start on the defensive end, though.
It has to start on the defensive end, Jason. If we continue to let the Braves shoot the way they've been shooting the basketball, and maybe they can, this is going to be a long night for the Yellowjackets. I mean, if you just think about the pacing, the Braves are on tap for about 80 points, and that's a really, really good score, and it's going to be tough to outscore 80. So you have to start on the defensive end. I really do believe, Jason, you gotta do it in small increments again, and I'm sure Coach Super probably talked about that at halftime. Let's win the first 3 minutes. Take a timeout then. Celebrate that win. Get your breath back and then go another 3-minute chunk and just try to win it in sections of 3 minutes, and then hopefully you can bring that score back. You know, you hit 2-3 threes in a row and all of a sudden it's a 10-point game. Now you're within striking distance again.
You're talking, it's a tough task, though, when you face a team like Menahga, who is the #1 defensive team in Section 8-2A, allowing just, of course, you got to find that note. There it is right here. Allowing just 36 points per game.
Right, and again, you look at that, the Yellowjackets at 20 are on pace to score more than what they average giving up. And the Yellowjackets didn't shoot very well. And part of that shooting was the Braves' defense. They played so well, and they know their roles so well, Jason, offensively. You look at each one, they had a specific role in mind for tonight, and they executed extremely well. So take nothing away from the Braves. The Yellowjackets, we've seen them play better, and I think they can. And they just have to come out now like it's 0-0 play and have fun and let the score end up where it may at this point.
Second half, just a few seconds away. Yellowjackets will be going right in front of us as you watch on your screen tonight. We'd like to thank once again Mike Mason coming on board, helping with the camera, giving you the great shots inside the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse here at the Hive tonight.
Yeah, there's no way I could have done all this. I'm struggling just to get the right score on the board and keeping the clock in the right thing. So definitely shout out to Mike Mason and what he's doing for us and bringing you some really nice close, and you kind of can feel the tenseness and intenseness of this game.
Well, Lance, we'll give you a free pass on the scoreboard tonight. There's some issues, not just with our scoreboard tonight.
I'm never sure which one to look at, so I'm doing my best here.
As now the Braves will get the opening possession. Peterson with it. Goes near side here to Pfeiffer. Now with it, Lake. Lake with a strong first half, leads all scorers with 12 points for the Braves. They go to Torminen. Torminen's going to drive against Thiel. The shot up short. Gets her own rebound. The putback's good and a foul. And Torminen will have a chance at a 3-point play.
Really nice player, Tormanen is, Jason. Just such good control. She knows what she wants to do with the basketball. When Willow went down, she went back after that rebound right away. Just super nice play there by Tormanen.
Free throw is good. She gets the roll at the EOT insurance line. 22 points, Menahga lead. Rosenthal, the Hillica. Pilgrim with it. Now they trap her on the near side. Pilgrim floats, kicks out a shot. It's up and good for three for Sydney Anderson.
Nice shot by Sid there. Just a great job, and a great job by Pilgrim kind of splitting that double team.
Kick out near side. Lake, the look for three. That's good. Nothing but nylon for Amanda Lake.
Man, and just crazy how well they shoot the ball. And I knew.
And we got a foul here on the near side.
I knew they had one or two shooters, but I think they have 3 or 4 shooters, Jason, that are just lights out shooters for the Braves.
Foul was on the Braves. Inside shot, Thiel, no good. Rebound gets tapped out of bounds. We'll stay with the Yellow Jackets. So that foul was on Peterson. Menahga leads 45-23. Yellow Jackets looking to crawl back here in the second half of our semifinal. Winner will play Fergus Falls, and a foul. It's going to be on Pfeiffer for the reach, her second. Hillica with the baseline inbound to Thiel. Thiel to Rosenthal. To Hillica. Now out to Anderson. Pilgrim looking for the cutter, not there. Rosenthal will drive to the hoop, the floater off the glass and in for two. Nice move by Olivia Rosenthal to drive and finish. Cuts it to 20.
Big basket for the Yellow Jackets. Now that's going to open up some other things, and here comes the Yellow Jackets full court. Kind of stymied the Braves for just a second.
Tormanen with a nice move to get Thiel off her feet, and she finishes. Textbook by Tormanen inside.
Yeah, you can see why she's going to play basketball at the next level, Jason. She handles the ball well. She shoots it pretty well. She's got a plethora of moves underneath.
But Thiel with a nice move around her just can't finish. They fight for the board and some contact. Thiel pops up late behind the play. And now a steal by Anderson. Anderson gets bumped. And the foul is going to be on Peterson. Yellow Jackets will inbound on the far sideline.
And again, that's 3 quick fouls, so that's another way. You get to the line, you can score some points when the clock stopped, and that's going to lend to benefit to the Yellow Jackets.
Rosenthal picks up her dribble, gets it to Hillica. Now it comes to Anderson, baseline. Pilgrim to Rosenthal. Now with it. Anderson picks up her dribble, gets it to Rosenthal. She drives baseline, gets cut off. Picks up her dribble now, looking for help. It comes in the form of Pilgrim. Problem is, Yellow Jackets going to have to start thinking a little bit faster on offense. Trailing by 22 with 15 closing in on the 15-minute mark. And Tormanen with a nice move inside and stolen away.
Again, those angles, we got to take 2 more dribbles down, let Willow seal that post move and not try to throw it over the top. And those are things you do when you're a little bit nervous and trying to make something happen.
Now Menahga can be as patient as they want on offense. And Tormanen drives, spins, shot no good. Rebound batted around out of bounds. Will be Yellow Jacket basketball.
Here comes the press again by the Braves. And again, you kind of called it, Jason. It's kind of a token pressure, and then they let you get across half court, and then that's when they're looking to trap. And so it's a little bit of different look than what we've seen and probably what the Perham coaches have seen.
Rosenthal with it near side. Gets it to Anderson. She has not had much room to work. She drives against Pino Nimi. Picks up her dribble. Looking for help. Gets to Pilgrim. And a timeout by the Yellow Jackets. 14-23 25 and counting. Yellow Jackets trail by 22.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
Welcome back here to Detroit Lakes, where the Braves lead 47-25 on the Yellow Jackets in the Section 8 2A tournaments here at the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, the brand new Lake Shirts Blue 84 Fieldhouse. A nice facility it is. The Yellow Jackets will inbound. Illico with it. Now to Pilgrim. And it's batted away, but Pilgrim's able to get it back. Rosenthal to Hillica. Hillica trying to create an angle, but Torminen just battling. Thiel gets it to the hoop strong, good for two. Willow Thiel with 17, cuts it to 20 as we approach the 14-minute mark. Peterson. Kick out. Pionimi now near side Torminen. She's going to go to work. Drives left hand. Shot up no good. Rebound to Pilgrim. And there's a big stop. Now see if the Yellow Jackets can convert it to points. Hillica to Rosenthal. Now to Anderson. Anderson to Rosenthal. Hillica cuts. They force the pass inside to her. Now it comes back out to Pilgrim. Pilgrim drives the floor strong off the glass. Too strong it was. And Pfeiffer's there for the board. Torminen again. Goes left. Pull-up jumper. Good. Janie Torminen hitting up in the second half. She's got 7 of her 14. The Braves
and that's probably the only thing we haven't seen her do tonight is pull up that jump shot. And if she can hit that too, she's going to be a tough stop, because if you lay off of her, she's going to hit that. If you come out to get her, she's got that patented spin move up and under and back to the other side, and that's a tough combination.
Inside, Anderson throws up a layup. It's good. Nice bucket there for Sydney Anderson. She has 10. The unfortunate thing for the Yellow Jackets, only 3 players have points. A big screen there set on Rosenthal, and it comes near side to Lake. Now for Peterson. And the Braves will just settle things down at half court. Force the Yellow Jackets to come out defensively. Lake thought about it. I'll get it to Torminen.
And with this lead and be able to pull the Yellow Jackets out, pulls right exactly into what they want to do. A nice block there by Pilgrim, but she steps out of bounds. To finish what I was saying there, it kind of plays into Menahga's hands. They like to go inside. They can create spacing. They like to back cut, dribble drive. When you have to come out and guard them with a 20-point lead, it opens up all of their options for their offense.
Kennedy Pilgrim, Riley Mickelson check in for the Yellow Jackets.
And Riley Mickelson really did a good job in the first half, kind of being what she's doing right now, a little bit of a disruptor, and she's been known to do that.
Inside Torminen, she's fouled, shot no good. She'll shoot 2. Foul that time is on Pilgrim, Kennedy Pilgrim. As Torminen will shoot 2 at the EOT Insurance free throw line. And that's good. Janie Torminen with a big night so far for the Braves. Is at the line once again. Takes her time and sinks it. Kennedy Pilgrim with it. Now to Anderson cutting. Anderson the floater off to the right. Thiel the rebound and good.
And again, the Yellow Jackets have kept pace here in the second half, but we haven't been able to cut into that lead. So again, you touched on it earlier. It's going to start with defense and getting some stops, which leads to some quick break offense. And there's Mickelson again raising some cane under there, and it's kind of fun to watch.
Three-pointer off the mark, rebound tapped out, but grabbed by Peterson. Another three by Pinonimi, off the mark. Rebound Torman, put back good. And a timeout called by Menahga. They lead by 22. We'll take a break.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Welcome back to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse, where it's Menahga 53, Perham 31. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Ron. Janie Torman in and rebounding for the Braves. Just been outstanding in the second half.
Yeah, she has just, she's been the difference. And I shouldn't say that totally. I mean, their guards have played really well, but she's just a difference maker. It's hard to get a shot off inside against her. And offensively, whenever the Braves guards get in trouble, they just throw it to her, and she makes them look right. And that's a pretty awesome player when you can continually do that.
Field. Cross court to Mickelson. She's going to launch a three. That's no good. Rebound grab by Pinonimi. Good look and a foul. It's one of those aggressive fouls that you like to see from Riley Mickelson. And they're going to kind of have to be a little more aggressive on defense. We touched on it a little bit, especially as the clock winding down right now in the second half if they want to make a run.
Right, and I think you've said it, Jason, and as aggressiveness goes, here comes the press. So that's one way to try to speed them up. But in the past, it's been all Braves, but there's Mickelson again.
Unable to control it was Peterson, and right there, Riley Mickelson causes havoc and creates a turnover. See if the Yellow Jackets can convert it into points here and get some momentum on their sideline. Inside Thiel. Thiel, turnaround jumper's good for two. Now you talk about winning games. Your goal is to try to get this down to 10 by 5. As you try to, in increments, have you touched on.
Yeah, and I think just getting a stop. You saw how important that stop was, and then, oh man, we had a shot at another one there. Again, that importance of that rebounding and being team rebounding.
Foul is going to be on Kennedy Pilgrim. She kind of bulldozed the Menahga forward on that play. Lake will come back in, as will Olivia Pilgrim. Well, Thiel getting a quick breather. Kind of managed she'll be out long, but I think this is her first break besides halftime.
Right, and she's worked extremely hard tonight, going up and down the court and just trying to doing it all for the Yellow Jackets right now.
Dorman in with it. Creating space. Now nice pass down low. Pfeiffer, the Yellow Jackets converge. Comes back up top. The extra pass to Lake. Ilika closes on her. Now comes up top again for Peterson. Pinonimi, the near side. With the pass to Peterson again. Now baseline, looking inside Tormanen. Tormanen, the kick out, no one home. And the backcourt violation will give it to the Yellow Jackets, so there's another defensive stop. Just chip away if you're the Yellow Jackets.
Right, and it'd have been nice if that could have ended up being a fast break and get an easy basket for once, because you've well documented, Jason, how good these Braves are defensively. Nothing is easy at this point.
Mickelson to inbound. Gets it into Anderson. Anderson picks up her dribble. Now to Pilgrim. Just corrals it near half court. Olivia Pilgrim with it. With a nice spin move. And the finish for Olivia Pilgrim. And that's the first time someone other than Anderson, Thiel, or Rosenthal found the hoop for the Yellow Jackets. Lake with it. Into the lane. Gets cut off, but gets it to Pinonimi. Pinonimi. Left-hand shot short. Tormanen the rebound. Tormanen the putback too strong. Rebound this time, Yellow Jackets to Thiel. And here they come again. Mickelson with it. Mickelson in the lane, the floater off the mark, and an offensive foul. The foul is on Mickelson. Inbounds pass near side. With it, Pinonimi. Pinonimi breaks the pressure. Goes coast to coast, get bumped. But nice job by Thiel to hold their position and get that rebound. Anderson with it to Pilgrim. Pilgrim with the spin move. Into the lane, off the glass, good for two. Nice little run now for the Yellow Jackets, has it to 16. Tormanen. Now we'll hold on to the basketball and wait till Peterson gets there.
And again, I think that you see, if you can see Coach Super, he's telling the girls, we got to come up. Otherwise, they're going to stand up front all game here. And again, you said the possessions are getting limited now as we're heading under 8 minutes. You got to make the Braves turn it over one way or another.
Lake with it. And a foul. It's on Pilgrim.
And that's the team's 6, though. From now on, the Braves are going to be shooting free throws, and I think you just still got to keep playing aggressive the way the Yellow Jackets are. And if you get a foul, you get a foul, but you got to try to get the ball back. You can't let the Braves just eat away at the clock like they're doing right now. And they're doing just a great job of slowing the game and taking it away from the Yellow Jackets.
Tormanen inside, no foul, is going up to the hoop, Pinonimi, but she's able to get the rebound. That worked out better for the Braves.
I agree.
And now Lake has it. Back up top, Tormanen over the far side, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer gets pressure, but gets to Pinonimi, to Peterson. Lake again. And the Braves have done a good job of, when the Yellow Jackets are trying to apply the pressure on the ball, the Braves have done a good job playing cool, calm, and collected with it.
Right, and one of the parts that makes that so is, look at their spacing, Jason. They're never more than 10 feet close together, and they've got the whole floor covered. So again, a lot of times when you get pressured, you want to come, and here's Rosenthal with the steal.
Rosenthal, the layup, good for two, and a big play, and a timeout by the Yellow Jackets. 6:43 to go. Rosenthal with the big bucket. We'll take a break on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood. With expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock. With people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell.
And Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware.
Right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back here to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. Yellow Jackets trailing 53-39 with 6:43 to go in the second half. The Yellow Jackets trying to make a late push on the Braves. The Braves trying to stamp their name in the Section 8 2A final where they will take on the winner. Well, they will take on Fergus Falls. The winner of this one will take on the Otters, who defeated Crookston 65-50.
And again, I think when we say we break it down into sections, we won that 3 minutes. Now there was your timeout. Let's win the next 3. And again, it's been defensive pressure, and you called it. You hit the nail right on the head. Defense is turning to offense for the Yellow Jackets.
And a foul away from the hoop on Pilgrim as Pfeiffer was starting her drive.
And that'll be team 7, so we'll go to the line for a bonus situation here.
The Braves are 3 of 4 from the line as Pfeiffer goes to the EOT Insurance free throw line and sinks that one. She's got 7.
And again, it's kind of a good test if you get down to that fouling game. Who are you going to foul? And it may not be her after those 2.
Up ahead, Pilgrim. And a foul down low. Had Thiel backside. But fortunately didn't see it. Good view up here that we had of that. 6:24 to go as the foul is called on Peterson.
It's amazing how things look when you're up in the bird's nest here.
Thiel backs down the defender, shot no good. Rebound, grab, Pinonimi, and she breaks free. Pinonimi off the glass, good for 2. She's done a lot of the little things well tonight for the Braves. She has 8. As that pass forced inside, Thiel eventually gets it. Corrals, goes up, and is blocked by Torminen.
And I think one of Pianimi, the one thing that I'm seeing, I knew she could shoot. Her speed is something else. She kind of pulls away from the Yellow Jackets at times. So good all-around ball player.
Peterson with it. Goes to Lake. Now to Torminen. Torminen. And draws the foul. As she lowered her shoulder into Thiel, went up for the shots. Might have got Thiel a little too deep. And the foul is going to be on her.
Right, and I think if that might have happened above that cylinder, it could have been an offensive foul, like you said, lowering that shoulder. But I think Willow was so far under the basket in such good post position that it caused the foul to be on her.
Torminen in the free throw. Been impressed with her game tonight for Menahga. She's got 19 points unofficially for the Braves right now. She's really put the team on her shoulder in the second half. Kind of a closer for the Braves. That free throw no good. Thiel, big rebound. Anderson to Mickelson. Mickelson comes out of the corner with it to Pilgrim. Pilgrim, the floater, no. The putback attempt was altered and poked away, goes out of bounds. It'll be Menahga basketball as it's tipped here near side by the Yellow Jackets. 58-39, 5:16 to go. The Braves trying to close in and stamp their name across from Fergus Falls in the Section 8 2A championship game. Torminen, Mickelson closes, taps it out of bounds. Good read that time by Riley Mickelson.
Yeah, and she still is. It's fun to watch her play defense, Jason. She's just all over the floor, and she's really been a contributing factor to this little bit of a run by the Yellow Jackets, as she has done a really nice job.
Hillica gets called for the foul. It's going to send Pfeiffer to the line. Free throw by Pfeiffer. Misses everything. As Anderson will bring it up court. Mickelson. Cross court to Hillica. To Anderson. Thiel with it. Pilgrim. Now Hillica with the head fake. Tries by Pinonimi. Now to Pilgrim off her hands. She's able to corral it. Inside Thiel. Thiel backs on the defender off the glass. Good for 2. Timeout called by the Yellow Jackets. 4:37 to go. They trail by 17.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Welcome back here to Lake Shirts Fieldhouse. It's Menahga 58, the Yellow Jackets 41 on your United Community Bank scoreboard, as it's been an outstanding night for the Braves. Inside, outside, just doing a great job.
Right, they're a really, really good team, and the Yellow Jackets have done well in the second half. You know, they've played even, if not a little bit better. One of the things that really surprised me is we talk about how good Menahga is on defense. I don't even hardly remember the Yellow Jackets taking a three-point shot in the second half, Jason. They've totally changed their game to now a drive or get it to Thiel, and that's not like the Yellow Jackets. So that means one thing's happening. You're getting pressured out of what you want to do.
Near side, pass going inside there for Henderson. It's tapped out of bounds by Mickelson. Menahga will inbound. Near side, Torminen. And she's fouled. Fouls will be on Pilgrim.
And that's 10 on the Yellow Jackets, so a double bonus situation. And that we have talked about at length about how that kind of takes the pressure off of a one-on-one situation. So for the rest of the way, the Braves shooting 2 at every foul.
And it's almost one of those you wonder, why are you fouling? It's a 17-point game. Maybe there's something in the scouting report that says Menahga's not good at the free throw line, and here's a chance to get a possession, hopefully steal a couple of possessions with the clock stopped.
Right, and I think we're getting to the point where you're going to have to almost shoot a couple threes, just because you got to, if the Braves are going to make 2, we got to make 3. Otherwise, it's going to be even, and that's my math, I guess, at work, Jason.
But Torminen misses both. That's 3 misses in a row, but the other thing is you got to rebound.
Yeah, and it's been an Achilles heel in the losses for the Jackets, and I see it a little bit tonight. They have given up a lot of possessions to the Braves, and they're just way too good to do that.
Anderson bringing it up court. The Braves fall back in the zone. Cross court to Mickelson, now to Anderson. Now to Hillica, over to Anderson. Hillica with the look, no, she passes it up. Cross court to Pilgrim. Pilgrim, the floater. No good. Rebound grab by Hendrickson.
And I think the one thing you can say, Pilgrim's done a nice job driving the basketball the second half. She's been very aggressive, and it's good to see if you're the Yellow Jackets, and there's another foul.
I'll put Pfeiffer to the line, who was 2 of 3. Her first 2 looked beautiful, and then their third one was not even close. So we'll see if she dials it in at the EOT insurance line. The Yellow Jackets are going to have to kind of take some more contested shots here. They're not going to be able to get that ideal 3. They're going to have to put up some contested shots.
Well, and a great transition to that zone defense. And you saw what the coaches did, the coaching staff for the Braves. They widened out that zone, taking away those three-point wing shots. So it's either going to be down low on the baseline or running something off the top and trying to get a screen off one way or the other so you can get that open look at the top.
Pfeiffer gets that one to roll. It's 59-41. Anderson with it to Pilgrim.
And now they're back to man-to-man. So every change now giving a different look so the Yellow Jackets can't get comfortable.
Hillica across the lane, now to Anderson. Now to Pilgrim. Pilgrim driving, spins, off-balance shot, no good. Pinonimi the rebound. Pinonimi is fouled. Foul's going to be on Mickelson. Nelson Marin Pinonimi to the line. She's got 8 points. She had a big game against Pelican Rapids coming into this one. But she's done a great job tonight doing almost everything else, facilitating and leading the defense. And she misses a free throw.
Yeah, super nice job by Pianimi. I know she's a scorer, and sometimes you get frustrated when you're a scorer and it's not happening for you on any given night. But she hasn't taken a ton of shots. She's really played well with inside their offense and done a nice job of getting everybody the ball, like you said, and facilitating as she misses the second one.
The book might be out on the Braves. It's foul as they're struggling at the line in the second half. Pilgrim, and it's stolen away. Pinonimi there for the layup. Nope, no good. Hillica up ahead, tapped out of bounds by Peterson. They'll stay with the Yellow Jackets.
And again, missed free throws and a missed layup. They're kind of leaving the door open a little bit for the Yellow Jackets. But at some point, this ball has to get in from a three-point, and I don't think the Braves are going to let them shoot that three-pointer tonight, Jason.
Pilgrim with it. Kennedy Pilgrim. To Anderson. To Pilgrim. To Olivia Pilgrim. She'll split the D, kick out. Hillica for three. It's good. Greta Hillica, her first bucket of the night. Cuts it to 15 with under 3 to go, and quickly up ahead, Lake. Lake, the left hand, good. Hillica back the other way. Anderson. Anderson trying to create space, finds Pilgrim driving, cut out, kick out, three, Pilgrim, or excuse me, Hillica, no good. Anderson the rebound. Olivia Pilgrim, three, blocked, and grabbed by Lake. And timeout called by head coach Cody Puliu and the Menahga Braves. As they're closing in, they lead by 17. We'll take a break.
Hammers Construction is now hiring for a project manager, superintendent, and construction laborers. Since 1956, Hammers Construction has served the region in construction for the commercial, industrial, and agricultural industries, while sticking to the core values of honesty, quality, and integrity. If that's you, then visit our website, hci-mn.com. View photos of recent projects, then click on the Careers tab to start the 2-minute application. Hammers Construction is an equal opportunity employer.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood. With expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock. With people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Welcome back here. Second half rolling along as we're closing in on the final 2 minutes of this one. It's Menahga 61, Perham 44, and the Braves looking like they're going to take on the Fergus Falls Honors in the Section 8 2A final, which will be a 1-versus-2 matchup. But the Braves throw that inbounds pass away.
Yeah, and a great job on defense again by the Yellow Jackets, and now you see Coach Supers kind of making some substitutions, defense for offense, and it works out well when that's the case. It should be the Yellow Jackets ball underneath the basket.
Hillica will inbound. The Yellow Jackets spread 4 across. As we're having an issue, it appears, with the clocks once again.
I think it's the music hasn't stopped, Jason.
That too, yes.
And I think they're waiting to get the music to shut off, which might be a little bit with the clocks.
Good song, at least.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of makes for an interesting situation when it's 2:20 left on the clock and they're sitting there. And I think they're going to go to a timeout, Jason, until they get this figured out. So I think we'll probably do the same here and rejoin when they rejoin. So stay tuned. We'll be back on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
Well, welcome back here. Music has stopped. Back to live action. Anderson with it to Hillico. Now Pilgrim. Kennedy Pilgrim for 3 off the mark. And Lake with the rebound. And a foul. And put Lake to the line.
Again, I think you called it. We're frozen again on the main scoreboard. So I'm trying to keep the clock. I think we're on now at 2:07. So I'll quit looking at the main ones, look at the side ones, and we'll get rolling here.
They do look good, though.
They do look really good.
As Lake's free throw is good. Not that could get them functional, it would help. As the second free throw from Lake will be coming. And that one rolls as well. The Menahga Braves lead 63-44 as we approach 2 minutes. Inside Thiel. Thiel off the glass. No, she's fouled. Won't go to the line. Fouls on Tormanen. Free throw is good by Thiel. Second free throw, good. And now the main scoreboard has just been completely shut off. And we'll just use the sideboards here tonight. 63-46. 2 minutes to go. Tormanen gets the pass to Pinonimi. They break the pressure. Pinonimi is fouled by Rosenthal. It's going to put Pinonimi to the line. We're now using the 4 scoreboards along the sides that are tough to see in certain spots, but that free throw for Pinonimi is good. A good job by this veteran officiating crew communicating that with both squads. Pinonimi hits the second.
Yeah, they've done a nice job tonight with this ball game and all of kind of the distractions that have gone along with it.
The veteran officiating crew has picked up a lot of big games throughout the years. As Pilgrim drives off the glass, no good. Mickelson tries to get the rebound, but it's grabbed by the Braves. The Braves will close this one out. As Pinonimi breaks free and lays it up and in for 2. Mickelson's going to step into a 3. That's no good. Thiel, the rebound. Gets pressure, kick out. Anderson for 3. That's good for her. Sydney Anderson with a nice three-pointer there. A senior leader for the Yellow Jackets. Nice to see a shot go through the hoop for her at the end of the night. She's got 13 points for the Yellow Jackets. And now a foul on Anderson. Under a minute to go. The Braves fans can sense it. They're ready to come back to the Lake Shores Fieldhouse to take on the Otters. And the Yellow Jackets are going to make some substitutions. As the free throw for Peterson is no good. Kaya Sarnazo will come in for Olivia Pilgrim. Lily Ockery, Kaya Anderson will come in for Willow Thiel. Greta Rager will come in. Greta Hillica will exit. Nice thing to the Yellow Jacket fans. giving the seniors a nice round of applause there on their feet. Giving a round of applause for Greta Hillica and Sydney Anderson, seniors that have given a lot of time to this Yellow Jacket program. And also Caitlin Bartson on the bench as well, who wasn't cleared. And it's got to be tough for her as well as a senior that gave a lot of time to.
Right, and it's always the toughest night in sports is the last one, Jason. And unfortunately, for everybody except for the state champs, you know, or maybe the consolation finals, there's only one or two who get to walk off their court the last time with a victory. And it doesn't matter if it's the first round, the finals, or where it ends up. It's always a tough, because all of those emotions and all of those memories of starting at kindergarten age or younger come flooding back to you at that moment. And congratulations to those seniors, and I just want to personally thank them for what they have given, as we're again having a scoreboard issue again maybe.
There was a timeout called for substitutions on the near side for the Braves as well. But the Braves, a nice performance tonight. We'll talk more about our Yellow Jacket seniors at length in the postgame shows. That three-pointer is good. Razor goes near side to Kai Anderson. Starzl with it to Akri, to Razor, to Akri. And the subs for Menahga even putting strong pressure on. As they get the ball up to Addie Pinonimi, but she traveled.
Yeah, they came in, and it's the same. So obviously, definitely a system approach here for the Menahga Braves, is whoever you bring in just follows right to suit of what they do and what they do really well.
Razor inside, throws up a shot, no good. Rebound to the Braves, and that will do it. The Menahga Braves are moving on as they earn a 70-49 victory tonight over the Perham Yellowjackets, and will play in the Section 8 2A finals coming up here on March 11th at 7 o'clock. It'll be the Otters and the Braves for the Section 8 2A championship. We'll take a timeout, come back, and wrap things up here from the Lake Shores Fieldhouse in Detroit Lakes.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
And this one popped up. Can Oliver Luck send them to Shelby? The Post 400 Stars will continue their season in North Carolina.
The Post 400 Stars return for season number 3 on Magnitude Sports. Saturday, March 12th starts a 14-game series live from Vero Beach, Florida. Also, catch the Stars live on Magnitude from the Veterans Classic Tourney, the Gopher Classic, the Creighton Pret Tournament from Omaha, Nebraska, all the home games, and every game from the state tournament at Young Field in West Fargo will be live on Magnitude. If it's Post 400 baseball, it's on Magnitude Sports.
Check out the Backyard in Perham. They have the largest selection of bird seed, assorted suets, and bird feeders in the area. Over 50 different varieties of pet food and pet treats, and an even bigger selection of pet toys, leashes, collars, and more. The Backyard is also your pet's destination for a spa day. The grooming salon is open Monday through Friday for grooms, nail trims, and baths. And book a stay for your pet at the Backyard Boarding and Play Care, a brand new facility made to make your pet feel at home. If your pet needs a comfortable place to stay, call Backyard Boarding and Play Care.
Hammers Construction is now hiring for a project manager, superintendent, and construction laborers. Since 1956, Hammers Construction has served the region in construction for the commercial, industrial, and agricultural industries, while sticking to the core values of honesty, quality, and integrity. If that's you, then visit our website, hci-mn.com. View photos of recent projects, then click on the Careers tab to start the 2-minute application. Hammers Construction is an equal opportunity employer.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Well, welcome back here to the Lake Shirts Fieldhouse at Detroit Lakes High School. And tonight, the Menahga Braves advance with a 70-49 victory over the Perham Yellowjackets. The Braves improved to 26-2. The Yellowjackets dropped to 21-7 and have their season come to an end. We'll go through the stats quickly for the Braves. Amanda Lake with 19, Janie Tormanen with 19, 12 on the board for Marin Pino Nimi, 6 for Leela Peterson, 2 for Erica Tormanen, 10 for Allie Pfeiffer, and 3 for number 12. Unfortunately, we don't have any rosters with her on it, but she hit a nice 3 at the end of the night. Congratulations to her on the big three-pointer there. On the other side for the Yellow Jackets, Willow Thiel with 25, Sydney Anderson with 13, Greta Hillica with 3, Olivia Rosenthal with 4, and Olivia Pilgrim with 4. And Lance, we touched on it a little bit at the end, but 3 seniors for the Yellow Jackets, Greta Hillica, Sydney Anderson, Caitlin Bartson gave a lot of time to this Yellow Jacket program. Sydney Anderson, Caitlin Bartson all the way through. Greta Hillica moved in during her time here at the Yellow Jackets, but with the Yellow Jackets, could always see her in the gym, always working hard, battled a lot of adversity in her career, and it had a great career and tip of a cap to her, as well as Sydney Anderson and Caitlin Bartson.
Right, and that adversity you talk about is definitely the knee injuries and how she battled back from that, but you know, I think you start first and foremost with those 3 ladies. They're great people, and that can be said above and beyond how good of basketball players they were for the Yellow Jackets. They were role models for these young ladies coming up to play in the future for Coach Super and his staff. And I think that's one of the things sometimes that gets overlooked is the time spent in the hallway talking, signing an autograph here or there, even when you might want to get to the locker room. And I don't think any one of those 3 ladies ever shied away from promoting their sport to the next generation of young Yellow Jackets coming. And that's, to me, is just an amazing thing for young people today. And we always kind of like to criticize now that I'm getting older, the young people aren't. They're pretty darn good. And these 3 set a great example of what it means to be a Yellow Jacket. And I know our AD, Erin Anderson, always talks about doing things the Yellow Jacket way. And I think these 3 ladies certainly did from the beginning of their career to the end, and the beginning of this game to the time they walked off. And it's heartbreaking to know that it's over. They will get up tomorrow morning, go to school, and their friends will be there to greet them, and things will be a little bit back to normal. It'll still sting, but for me, what the older I'm getting, what I picture in my mind is watching the substitution happen, the girls walking off, and Coach Super giving them that last hug on the sideline, and you could just see the respect and the appreciation and how much that relationship between coach and athlete and what it means.
I mean, you talk about tomorrow, we'll be on the air tomorrow night for boys basketball, and you know those 3 for the most part, will be in the crowd in the student section cheering on the boys as they get ready to take on Crookston tomorrow night.
And they'll probably be in the front row with signs made cheering on their team. And that's the great thing about kids. They're way more resilient than adults are. I mean, when I lose something now, it could be a game of cards and it holds with me for a week or so. These kids will get up tomorrow. They'll get to school. They'll put on their Perham best, and they'll, like you said, they'll be there tomorrow cheering on the boys' team. And let's not forget how great a team this was, Jason. I think you tend to get the sadness of the loss and the finality of it being over for the seniors. They're the first ones in a long time to win the conference. They're the first ones in a while to be at this semifinal level where there's 4 left in the section. They have done some great things. There's a 1,000-point scorer in the 3 of them. There's so many things to look at and say, wow, look at those accomplishments, but it's so hard when it's over.
Well, you mentioned that. We talk about the teams. Look at the records of these teams. We talk about it here. Fergus Falls, now 23-5. Crookston finishes the season 23-6. Menahga goes to 26-2, and Perham goes to 21-8. I mean, that is a strong Final Four tournament, and Perham to be a part of that, like you said, last few years struggled to get over the quarterfinals. Now able to get to the semifinals and another step and another stepping stone for this program under TJ Super. A lot of talent, too. We talked about the seniors, their farewells, but you look to the future. A lot of talents there still for the Yellowjackets, but again, there's some big shoes to fill when you talk about the Sidney Andersons and the Greta Hillikas of the world.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think there's kids there that are ready to do that. And we don't want to look too far into the future and forget about tonight. But the one thing I'm going to say is watching these 4 teams here tonight, whoever makes it out of 8AA, they're not going to be an easy out when it comes to the state tournament. They're going to come to battle. And you don't want to turn the page too fast either, but I'm thinking about the section final game. Wow, it's kind of a difference in styles just a little bit, and it's gonna be interesting for me to see which style wins out a little bit. More of that defensive style where Fergus really kind of likes to score, and they've got the guards. Will their taller guard play be able to handle that pressure? So lots of things going on, but it was a great atmosphere. We had a few little bugaboos going here, and we tried to stick with it and make it a good thing. But it was a great game, and it didn't come out the way the Yellowjackets wanted to, but they were here, they competed, and great kids and a great coaching staff, and I've certainly appreciated covering them all year.
And go back kind of a little bit, if you don't mind, go back to that conversation. Menahga, we talked about in the pregame show. They're one of the best defensive teams in the section. They showed it tonight. And how is Fergus Falls going to respond? That's a good question to see. What will Menahga try to take away from Fergus Falls? Tonight, Menahga said, you know what, we're going to take away that 3-point shooting from the Yellowjackets. And they were exceptional in doing that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And the thing is that I think might be a surprise is Tormanen, I think, can guard one of the guards from Fergus. That's kind of where Fergus has had a kind of an advantage over these other teams is their guards are so tall and they handle the ball so well. But after watching tonight and watching Tormanen not guard Willow as much, but guard one of the guards, I'm almost kind of curious to see who she guards on Friday night. And I think that might be the difference in the ball game is if she can take away one of those guards from the Otters. Whew, it's going to be a battle, and the way they play defense, it is unbelievable because I never thought I would see a team shut down the 3-point play of the Yellowjackets the way the Braves did tonight.
The Yellowjackets only hit 4 on the night. On the other side, Menahga hit 10. And I think if you would have told me that before the game, I would have probably thought no way, but that was a nice recipe for Menahga tonight in their victory.
Right, and they are a good team. There's no way we can put it any differently. They were the better team tonight, and I can't say that would be the same if these teams played every night. But tonight at Lake Schertz Fieldhouse, the Braves were the better team, and they made everything hard for the Yellowjackets. 49 points, you talked about it. That's 15 over the average of what they gave up. So it wasn't like the Yellowjackets weren't doing things well. They outscored what the average of the Braves giving up. but man, are they good on defense. They close out well, they switch up defenses, and they just do things so well on the defensive end, and it was really tough for the Yellow Jackets tonight just to get that offense rolling possession after possession.
With the win, the Braves will take on Fergus Falls. We'll be back on your air tomorrow night. Yellow Jacket boys taking on Crookston in the Section 8-2A first round playoff game in Lance. That could be a unique one. Section 8-2A boys, just as unique and crazy as the girls when you look at the way that the section looks.
Yeah, man, there could be upsets. It's crazy. There could be upsets going on in the first round, and you look at some of those matchups and you go, wow, who's going to come out of that? And then you dial that down by half and you get to that second round, and it's definitely must-see TV because there are going to be some excellent matchups, and I would think there's going to be a lot of teams that have beaten the opposite team as we get going.
So we take a look, Section 8-2A coming up. It should be fun to see what's going to happen with the first round tomorrow night. We got Perham, Crookston, Barnesville, Park Rapids area should be a good one. Another one that's people going to keep an eye on. We won't be able to have it on our air, but it will be Wadena, Deer Creek, and Hawley. But you look at that section, you mentioned it, the second round matchups. If you survive the first round, the section round matchup is going to be outstanding.
Well, you look at a Barnesville team at 8. Are you kidding me? At 8? They knocked off the Yellow Jackets early in the year in an overtime win. Had some injury concerns, now coming back. That's an 8-9 game. Park Rapids has been playing extremely well. And we all know Barnesville's a tough place to go play. Now they opened up their new arena. So they came with some action. And so it'll be fun. And if you're at home, flip back, get 2 screens going. Do whatever you can to watch both of those games because it's going to be awesome TV and an awesome night of basketball.
And then you look into, let's not try to look too far ahead, but you look into the matchup Saturday. You could potentially have Thief River Falls, War Road, Barnesville at DGF, and you look at Perham, possibly Hawley, Wadena, Deer Creek, assuming the win.
Yeah.
And these are assuming that all the chalk goes to, as you know, March goes, chalk doesn't always fly. And then if all the chalk does fly on tomorrow night into Saturday, that's going to be a fun semifinal.
Wow, is it going to be
quarterfinal Saturday?
It's going to be great, and it's again one of those where you're going to want to have multiple screens going because these games could just get wild, and that's what's fun about March, and it's my favorite. I hate to say that when I look at 8 feet of snow outside, yet it seems like it's my favorite month of the year because it goes by so fast because you can get so caught up and consumed by all of these high school and college tournaments that it just goes by lickety-split when we're to April. So definitely join in tomorrow night, get a couple screens going, watch Barnesville, Park Rapids, and Perham, Crookston, and I think it's just going to be a really fun night of basketball.
Lance, I got to get this in. As a softball coach, you don't need to remind me every time we look outside that there's 8 feet of snow.
I'm glad you caught that dig there, Jason.
Shovels should be digging on some field soon, hopefully. But again, we'd like to thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. It's Menahga moving on to 70-49 victory tonight over the Yellow Jackets. I'd like to thank Mike Mason for coming down to help us with the camera and keeping us on the air as well. Lance Rock, nice job as always on the buttons and color. We thank you for all your help. I'm Jason Grohl. Thank you for tuning in on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.